G'day guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel, Nintendo Down Under. As always, my name's Johnny. I haven't changed my name, I promise. But today, I get asked a fair bit, where'd you get your collection? Where'd you get that? How'd you get that? How'd you do it? Unfortunately, guys, there's no magical tree at the back that grows it, or some pill you can take, or magical rain dance. It just doesn't work like that. It just takes time, it takes persistence, it takes obviously money, and everybody has their own story, everybody has their own journey. I thought today, I'm just going to give you a few points on how I managed to get this collection. So without further ado, let's do it. Okay guys, my number one tip, my absolute number one tip that you really need to get in your head is networking. Networking, networking, networking. It is so important. If you don't know what networking is, I'll quickly explain that to you the best I can. So if you're new to collecting, basic networking first. Go to your friends, go to your family and say, hey, I'm collecting Nintendo. Do you have anything around the house that you don't want anymore? I've had things from friends donated, their Game Boys or other things, but they were kids and had it. It's been buried for years and they gave it to me. That's great. It didn't cost me anything. It was just basic networking. You can go to your family members or other older adults, and if they've got kids, you can say, hey, do they have an old Wii or GameCube or something that they used to play that they don't touch anymore? Hey, yeah, we do. It's in a box in the shed. I'll grab it for you. Great. It didn't cost me anything. It networked. I have it, and I've used that many a times. And those friends and those family have networked their friends and family. You know, they managed to find things for me, and like I've got a lot of this stuff, not a lot of it, but bits and pieces through networking, and that is so important. Your more advanced networking is you got to get on social media. You got to get on Facebook, you got to get on Instagram, and you got to let people know that you're collecting. I'm on the some Nintendo Australia collecting pages, and I put out about a year and a half ago, hey, has anyone got a Die-Hawk 64? I got contacted about 2 weeks later by a friend of mine now, Brad, said, yeah, I do have a Die-Hawk 64. Would you like it? Great, yes please. I couldn't find one on eBay at the time, and when I did, it was too expensive or damaged. This one wasn't too bad. So, and that started and formed a really good relationship we have now. We networked, I got what I want, I was trustworthy and gave the money that I said I was going to do, and you know, it works. I'm on Instagram obviously, and I met another friend of mine on there, Scott, who lives in America, and I really wanted the Watermelon Red Nintendo 64, which is this one here, because it wasn't exclusive to Australia. A whole nother story for another day, which is stupid if you ask me, but it wasn't exclusive to Australia. I really wanted one. He contacted me and said, hey, I've got this, would you want to do a trade? Great. I found something that he was interested in, that he liked, and we did a trade. You know, it could be a bit risky at first. I didn't know Scott that well, so it took me a few weeks to say, let's tick the box and do this. Once I got to know him a bit better, you know, it turned out to be a great decision, and he's a good friend of mine now too. So that's your more advanced networking. You let people know that I'm collecting. You know, back in the day when I first started, I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'll do this myself. I don't need help. I can do it. Do you know what? You can do that, but it'll take you a long time and more expensive, and you might not find the things, you know, not everything's listed on eBay. Some collectors don't want to put everything on eBay, and that's fine. And that's how I used to start collecting as well back in the day with eBay. I don't go on eBay hardly at all anymore. I find things through other collectors, forums, you know, local pawn shops, your Cashi converters. You know, you gotta look other places. I used to look at eBay a lot, but it can get expensive, hacking and posting and all that nonsense. Australia Post sucks, but yeah, you really got to network, and that is my absolute, I said that word again, number one tip I can give you guys. Number two, now this might sound a bit stupid or a bit silly, but it works, and it's a good lesson in life. You got to be friendly, you got to be respectful, you got to be good to deal with. It really is a small world, the Nintendo collecting industry. You know, people know each other, especially if you live in the same country. People are going to know who you are. If you're disrespectful, if you're ripping people off, if you're rude, people are going to know. People are not going to want to deal with you again. They're not going to want to help network with you, like my point one. And like I said, the word will get out. There's many times where I haven't agreed with what people have said, but I've always been respectful to their point. Because look, end of the day, you just don't know when you're going to have to deal with that person again. The world really is a small place, and you're bound to bump into some of these people again. Not always, but you're bound to at least bump into someone. So it's basic. Just be nice, be friendly. People are going to want to deal with you. People are going to want to help you. And yeah, it's a really easy point. Alright, my third and final one that I'm going to bring up today, I'll make it my final one because I don't want to turn this video into a collecting tips video. That may be for another day. But you got to be persistent and you got to be patient. You really do. I'll use my Banjo-Kazooie console as an example. When I found out that this existed and that I knew my friend Brad had one and he was in Australia, and oh my god, I had to have it. I so had to have it. Being the massive banjo fan I am, I really, really, really wanted it. So I was, in the nicest way I could, I nagged him and I was persistent. And I wanted to let him know that if he ever wanted to sell it, I was first on his list. And I ended up working out that way. And you've got to be patient. You really, really got to be patient too at the same time. Back when I first started collecting, I wanted all 16 Nintendo 64 box color variants, well, worldwide, and I've got all 16 now. But it took patience. I didn't get all 16 overnight, it took patience. Sometimes they're not listed, sometimes they're too expensive, sometimes you just can't find them. So I was patient with that. Don't get me wrong, there were times where I was like, stuff this. I'm gonna go spend the money and get it. I'm lucky I didn't do that because I'd be broke now and I'm gonna buy anything else. Because, you know, I had, say, 11 of them or 10 of them or 13 of them. I was almost there and there was a couple to go and then eventually pop up on, say, eBay. But that was so much money. I was like, oh, but if I just put it down, then I'll have it. No, don't do that. You'll make life hard for yourself. You really will, and you won't be able to buy anything for a while. And you don't want to, be stressing out about other parts of your life because you spend too much money on a Nintendo console. So you just got to be patient. And it worked out for the best anyway, because when I eventually found those ones I was missing, I found them for better prices and in better condition. So you can be rewarded with patience. So patience and persistence is key, very key. And just to quickly sum up, you got to network. Network, tell your friends, tell your family, they'll tell their friends, they'll tell their family. Hey, what have you got? I love Nintendo. Get a social media page. It can be Instagram, it can be Facebook, it can be Twitter, it can be whatever you want. Just get out there and say, I love Nintendo. I want to collect Nintendo. Let's do it together. So you've got to network. Be friendly. Be respectful. They'll be friendly and respectful back to you. You just never know, like I said, when you have to deal with that person in life again. It's a small world, and it's not hard to be friendly. It's not hard to be polite and nice. Be persistent on the things you love. You really want something, search for it, chase it, have a goal and get it. But at the same time, be patient. Don't overspend, don't buy something that's not in great condition and you'll get online in a week's time and see, shit, I've just seen something better, gotta spend that money on. I promise, eventually you'll find that great deal again, you just gotta be patient. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed my video. This is my fourth now. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below some of the things that have made you get your collection. Would love to hear how you got yours. This is how I got mine. Not obviously the whole reason why I got it, but some of the things that have helped me. But as always, guys, take care.